Hey everybody on YouTube. I'm sorry if the lighting's kind of crappy, but um, I don't have any lights on and my curtains are closed. So, I just wanted to do a video, as you can tell by the subject line down there. This is just for people I know that are being personally affected or could be affected by the hurricane that's going to be hitting Florida soon. Um, you guys are in my thoughts, prayers, and all that stuff because you're my friends. I care about you guys. I don't want nothing bad to happen, you know. But you have to be prepared for whatever may come because you never do know what tomorrow will bring. Um, I also wanted to say that I have one friend that's down near, like, I think they said they're like around the Sarasota area. I'm not really sure where that is. If you guys could comment below and let me know exactly where that is, I don't know. I called him a couple of days ago and asked him if he'd been following the hurricane, updates and everything. And he said he had listened to a little bit of it. And I said, well, are you preparing for what could happen? Because you might lose power. You might have to evacuate. You don't know. You really do not know what could happen. And he basically laughed it off. Kept claiming that, oh, the storm ain't gonna get us. The storm ain't gonna get us. Well, as far as I know of, from what I heard, the storm is like so big that it's gonna hit like the entire state of Florida. How can you sit there and tell me that you're not gonna be impacted if it's that big? If it's big enough to hit the entire state, then of course, it's gonna affect you in some way, and you should be prepared based on what could happen. If they're like telling you to evacuate, please don't be dumb and stay where there's an evacuation, because I'm sure people don't do this intentionally, like stay in an evacuation zone unless they just can't get out or they don't have the means to leave. But if you have a way to get out of where you are and go somewhere a little safer, please do so. Don't make everybody that cares about you, your friends, your family, don't make them worry and wonder if something bad's going to happen, because that's not right. And laughing something off like this that's serious is really wrong. I know I have another friend that's in Georgia that is in like the area they're saying that is going to get, potentially hit by Irma. And I called her this morning and was going to talk to her and ask her, what are you guys going to do? Because we know that you're in that area where it's going to be affected. And, instead of talking to me about things, she's like, oh, I just woke up. Can I call you back? Here it is, after 3 p.m. Eastern, and she hasn't called me back. And I called her at like 8 something this morning. Talk about crazy, right? It's like, she gave me a very brief thing of what they're going to do or something like that, but didn't go into detail. And I'm like, well, I would have thought that you would have at least said thank you for calling to make sure I'm going to be all right, that me and my husband are going to get out, that we're not going to get stuck, trying to handle this in our house that could get destroyed. The main thing is, like, I'm showing concern, and it feels like people don't appreciate that. I even have concern for everybody down there in the affected areas. Excuse me. I don't want anyone to get hurt. I don't want anyone to get killed. It's bad enough that houses, businesses, whole cities could be completely destroyed. That's bad enough. We don't need to lose people too. buildings and things like that can be replaced, but a human life is so much more valuable, because you can't replace a human, because once they're dead, they can't come back. You can't get them back. And if they're your friend, if they're your family, it's going to hurt you in your heart. And that's pain that you'll have to deal with until it eases through time. And people may not understand that you could potentially put somebody through that emotional pain because you do not, or whatever, do not want to follow what people tell you about what's going on or whatever, or disregard it like it's a joke, which is not right either. I don't know. I'm not going to make this a huge video or anything. I mainly just wanted to say, that, I'm, praying for, those that are going to be affected, that nothing bad happens to anybody, that hopefully the death toll, if it is any at all, is not high. Because, like I said, human lives cannot be replaced. Possessions can be, houses can be, cars can be, but not humans. Anyway, I'm going to be watching, more about the storm, throughout tonight, before I go to bed. In the morning when I wake up, I will find out what's been going on, while I'm sleeping and everything, get up to date. And I may do one more video. I don't know. This might be the only one about the hurricane. I'm not really sure. It just all depends on, what happens with anything, So, anyway, y'all have a good day. The rest of it, if you're on the East Coast, have a good evening, because here in about another couple hours, we'll be heading that way. But for those of you on the West Coast or Midwest, have a good afternoon and good rest of your day. And I'll talk to you all soon. Bye-bye.